Uh-oh, Amber Rose is back talking about dating. And just like every other woman that hovers around the industry for too long without getting a dude, you go from the Kanyes and the 21 Savages and the Wiz Khalifas to like dating 22-year-olds that fantasized about you when they were growing up and they just want to see what it's about. And you start to convince yourself as a 40-something-year-old woman that these young guys are around you for love. And it's a sad story. It happens every single time. It's crazy.
But no, what I was going to say is Paul says women over 30 are cooked. So he always says I'm cooked. What do you think about that? He's always like, you're cooked. And I'm like,
well,
yeah.
I think, and I do see those clips. Yeah. So I was like, let me come up on you.
Exactly.
And he's entitled to his opinion.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. It's damn near not an opinion no more. It's pretty much a fact now. Like, there's just the guys that were willing to catch women on the rebound. Those guys are just starting to dwindle. They aren't around as much anymore. The internet is just giving guys too much transparency into how certain women think about certain things. And I'm going to tell you right now, like a lot of those women who quote unquote hit the wall, they're not there and they're not single because they don't have any options. Like there's always a guy that's willing, and they all, for the most part, know a guy that would be willing. They just don't want that guy. So because their standards, they price themselves out of the market. Like you hit a certain age and you would expect for somebody's standards to be more understanding, right? But the standards don't go down. They don't even stay the same. Their standards actually go up, and I understand it to some degree because when you hit a certain age, you do expect for people to know certain things. But I'm here to tell you, you only learn about certain things from the opposite sex from engaging with the opposite sex. And the men who understand those things have been taught by women probably that they're now married to. And so all the men who understand certain things have probably been taught those things by the woman that they're with. Like, let me give you an example, like a brief example. Like I was with one of my buddies, right? We were all staying in a hotel room and my wife was staying in the room with me, and we had just gotten into town. It was super late after driving like 2.5 hours or something like that. And my wife wanted bottled water. And my buddy was like, why can't we all just drink out of the sink? Because he's a single dude and he's used to all of us, the guys, being on a trip. And if it gets to that point and we don't want to go get the water, we'll just drink out of the faucet. But I'm trying to explain to him, from being with a woman, this is just part of the inconvenience that comes with being with a woman, and you have to become a little bit more considerate as a guy. So I'm explaining to him, like, you know how she bakes us cookies when we come home drunk at 2 a.m. and we want cookies, or she does certain things for us, or she makes these nice meals for us? This is part of what comes with that territory. You got to be considerate, and you got to go get the bottled water. She's not going to drink out of the faucet. She's a lady. She doesn't want to drink out of the faucet. You got to go get the water, right? And so that's just like one of those things you start to learn as a guy who's been in a relationship for a while that you might not understand as a single guy when it comes to consideration. And all the guys who understand those things have probably been taught those things by the women that they're with, i.e. they're married, or they've become the full package by themselves, and they're going to want to play the field. If a guy has built himself all the way to the full package without the help of a woman, why is he going to settle for just you? So a lot of these guys that women are looking for that are the complete package are either married or they put themselves together to the point now where they want to play the field. And so a lot of these women who hit the quote-unquote wall are really there just because of their own standards.
I think that to each his own. I think everyone has a different opinion about
unrealistic
that. And
standards.
That's valid, you know?
Yeah.
So, everyone can feel how they want to feel.
Yeah, exactly. So what's the age range, though?
Go back to that.
What's
the age range?
So right now it's 24 to what?
I wouldn't even say it's 24. It's like, I can't say it. It has to just be the person. Mm-hmm. Ideally, I wouldn't want to be with a 21-year-old either. But I would say ideally 35 to like 45, which makes my dating pool very small. But I'm actually not mad at the 24, 25-year-olds.
Nothing over 50? They just out of it. So guys, y'all watching over 50, it's over.
What if it's the right one?
If it's the right one, it's the right one. Yeah.
I'm sure you get some older, 50-year-old mature guys that's established.
No, they never talk to me, Paul.
Really?
They never, ever talk to me. They just don't. So I wouldn't say that, like, I wouldn't. It would be nice.
Yeah, because if you're 50 years old and you're established, you already know what a lady like Amber Rose is about. Just not too long ago, She was doing what was it called, the whole stroll or the whole thing where everybody was supposed to be wearing like coochie hats, walking around with their shirts off and their boobs out, and this was supposed to be a way they were going to fight the patriarchy. She spent like 12 years trying to fight the patriarchy and realized she couldn't win the fight, so now she looking for a guy to settle down with. And any guys who's already established and has a reputation that he needs to protect is going to already know what a lady like Amber Rose is all about. So, of course, like because of the reputation damage, guys who are a little bit more established are going to be, you know, cautioned about dealing with somebody like Amber Rose. And so they might sleep with somebody like Amber Rose where things can still be private, but as soon as you get in a relationship with her, she's a public figure. It's going to be all over the female blogs, and all of these women who are about her age, who idolized her, or who built these parasocial relationships, are going to be invested into your relationship. And if it fails, like every relationship has for the past 42 years of her life straight, they're going to be coming after you. They're going to be coming after your business. It just comes with so much more headache than just like dating a regular woman if you're an established man. So, yeah, it's a lot to come with it.
Be nice if an older guy tried to talk to me because I feel like with older men, I could be the baby. I could act like...
That's what I like.
You know? But they just don't talk to me. It's so weird. Like, they don't.
It feels good when you're the baby, though, too. I've only experienced that, like, one time, and it just feels good when you could be like...
Yeah, baby.
Okay, daddy.
Yeah.
Like, that is good.
Yeah.
That feels amazing. But I can get both sides of it, you know what I mean? And I heard that the younger men be just becoming like, yeah, what's up? Da, 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 da. I'll do this, I'll do that.
Well, you got to think about it, right? So for somebody like me that men are very scared to talk to, if a 24-year-old does come up to me and I haven't talked to nobody in 6 months and he's fine and masculine and giving me that energy, it's like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I gotta try something. Like, it's just giving me energy, you know? But again, if an older man tried to talk to me, you know, as long as it's not giving old man.
And the craziest part about like when older men date younger women versus when older women date younger men is that like when guys date younger women, they kind of know that it being transactional and the woman kind of looking for like security and resources is like baked into the cake. But like when older women date younger men, they cope themselves into believing that these younger men aren't there for just sex. They actually care about them. Like this 25-year-old guy who might eventually want to start a family is going to, for the long term, be with a 42-year-old woman who probably can't have kids anymore. Like, let's just be honest here and be realistic. So like as a way to cope, they convince themselves that like older men are just intimidated and the younger guys, they're brave, and that's why the younger guys are willing to approach. Really, I think they understand deep down that it's just cope. It's they're there because they see you as an easy target.
42, I feel like I'm 18. I feel like I'm young. I go
should
to
all
the
know
gym
that.
every day. I work out. I run around with my kids. I still go out. I saw y'all out.
Yeah.
You know, at the day party. Like, I still feel young. So if somebody is older, they still have to have that youthful energy.
Yeah. First of all, I just want to say, like, 42 is really not old like
it's
that.
not. I don't
like,
know.
Paul might say that. Me personally, I feel like it's really not giving that old. I just don't think you look amazing. You seem youthful. Like, I don't think that that's that old, you know?
I mean, it's not old.
But he calls me an older lady. I'm 35. So now it's not old.
It's not old. It's just old to find love, bro. Like, I genuinely, I don't think it's impossible. And I'm not knocking anybody that is this age looking for these things. But I'm just saying I genuinely don't believe that humans were made to be trying to find love at 40 years old. I even think 30 years old. I just think that you're just less tolerant of the things you have to be tolerant of, and you're less patient than you are when you're younger and you're willing to be patient and build with somebody. You just become more jaded as you get older, and it's harder. So it's not like you're old. It's just for finding love a little bit. It becomes a lot harder, and we all got to be honest about that. Like, it's even that way for building friendships with people. Like, I'm all the way in Dallas, and all of my friends are in Minnesota, but I get to the point now where I already got the guys that I mess with for the rest of my life. So I don't even really feel the need to be social in certain environments and try to make new friends. I just feel like I got so much other stuff going on that it's hard to even to have the time to even try to build friendships like I did when I was younger and we were all in school and all in certain social groups and hanging out with each other. It just comes with as we get older. It gets harder.
Okay.
It's not old. It's not an old age for men. It's just how society views it. You know what I'm saying? Like how they say,
Yeah, I get it.
like men,
Yeah.
like men can be 80 years old and be with like a 35, 36-year-old, where an 80-year-old woman ain't getting with no 35-year-old man.
Well, if he
You know
has
what
to
I'm
have money,
saying?
that's the only reason why they would get with him. An 85-year-old man ain't getting a young woman if he's broke.
It's definitely rare. It's definitely rare. But I mean,
But
you know, people do
you
it.
know, that's just
Yeah.
how our society is. It makes y'all turn from grapes to raisins fast. You know what I'm saying?
It's not society, it's
Right?
nature.
Isn't that wild? This is what I have to deal with,
It's like
Amber.
that's not me. This is the society on how men.
It's personal preferences.
Yeah, I mean,
Because my
yeah.
preference would be being a woman, would be being with a woman. I would not want a young little girl. Because I know what I was like when I was young. And I know what
I was retarded.
Yeah.
I was
and that's why
retarded
they
5
want
years
it.
ago.
Yeah, that's why they like it. Because
Yeah.
you're so dumb that you're willing
Yeah.
to take everything. You'll be like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'll
Yeah, that's cope too, by the way. It's not because you're dumb. It's because you're willing to learn.
deal with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you got this? Yeah, cool, whatever. Like,
As you get older and you're used to being in the streets, whenever there's a problem that you don't like, which is going to happen in a relationship, you always resort to going back to the streets because that's what you've been doing as a habit for the past 40 years of your life. It becomes harder to be coachable as you get older. It's just it is what it is.
don't give a damn.
cope.
And you're not
They're
pressed
coping.
to like want anything. You just are like, cool, all
Just
right.
living your best life.
Living
Yeah.
best life. You buy me a few gifts. You,
Yeah.
we having sex. We go to dinner.
Yeah.
Like, I'm cool, you know?
True.
So it's just, I get it. But, you know, it is what it is.
Do you have kids?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Not yet.
What's up with the everyday guy? Any have you ever like is there when the last time you dated just like just somebody that just was like not in the limelight? Is it possible for them guys?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
They got a chance.
Of course. Yeah, I don't. The only reason I dated celebrities for the most part is because they were just within the realm of where I was.
Right.
100%.
That wasn't like me being sought out or looking for
Exactly.
them. You know, it's
Yeah.
kind of like it would be in like situations like this, and then you know I meet him and I'm just here, and then we start
Yeah.
dating, and
Yeah.
it just happens that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course.
So you talked about being in a relationship with like a narcissistic man before publicly, right?
Yes, girl.
And I want to get into that because
Oh, man.
Paul always is like, once a woman breaks up with a man, he's a narcissist and he's
Yeah.
this and he's that, right? And I feel like that word is thrown around a lot, but it's a real fucking thing. And if
Yeah.
you experienced it, you've
Oh,
experienced
brother.
it. And it's worse than physical abuse, in my opinion.
It is.
It's mental abuse, and it fucks you up in a way that I can't even
It
explain.
changes your brain chemistry.
Thank you, because
It
I've been
does.
there.
Yeah, me too.
Wow.
Yeah, I think there's just classic traits that now we could just see they very clearly where we know a man is not just being narcissistic.
By the way, this is like TikTok education. This is all retard brain stuff. This is where trendy words come out. It's part of vocabulary. It's where trendy words come out to talk about guys that women have had bad experiences with, and they start to self-diagnose and try to cope with the fact that men didn't want them by calling them narcissists or saying that they ghosted them when women engage in the exact same type of behavior. They just don't like when it's against, they don't like when the guy is the one with the leverage doing it to them. Then they call it like narcissism or ghosting or all of these trendy words that women use to describe these things. But women do the same things all the time to men.
he likes looking in the mirror and like, oh, my cut, I look fresh. You know, that's narcissistic qualities. When you actually have NPD, you're essentially abusing people mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Like it's a deeper level. Like I'd rather get punched in my mouth.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been in a physically abusive relationship, and I've been in a mentally abusive, and I'd rather get my ass beat
Straight up.
than do that because it fucks with your mind in a way where you forget who you are.
That's a fact.
Like,
what type of things? What are the characteristics?
I was gonna ask you that.
So-
For women, what do they need to look out for?
Okay, so there's
Here
an
they go.
abuse cycle, right?
Okay.
It's love bombing, devaluing. So love bombing is when they come in really fast with an abundance of love, like, you're my everything. I've never experienced this before. You're just like, oh my God. And then every day y'all hang out and y'all make love and it's passionate and it's crazy. But really in their mind, it's not, right? Then the second part of the
Or maybe y'all had sex, and this is the reason why women were supposed to wait till marriage to have sex, because guys have something called post-nut clarity, where after they sleep with you, they start to look at your characteristics as a person, and they find out they don't actually like you outside of the sex. And so they see no longevity in it. But of course, that would mean that you'd have to look at yourself as having some type of issue or deficiency. So people don't do that. They just go, "Oh, he must have been a narcissist because he love bombed me." Or maybe he was actually interested at first, but and then y'all slept with each other, and then he started to see who you are as a person, and then he realized, "Oh, this person actually has no good characteristics for a long-term relationship. I'll see you later."
Abuse cycle is devaluing. Now it's like, why you got your hair like that, bro? Like, why? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you just doing too much. And you're like, I've always done too much. You loved me because I was doing too much. Now you want to dim my light and change my personality because now it's not fitting your narrative and how you want me to be.
Yeah, because things that you do when you're single and things that you do when you're in a relationship are two totally different things. And if you don't know how to adapt to how to behave when you're in a relationship, of course, you're going to go back to being single.
So they start to devalue, then you start to lose yourself, right? Because now you're like, well, maybe I should change my hair. Or maybe I want to please my man. I don't know. Like, maybe I should just dress different or do. So, and then the discard.
And thank you that she said, like, dress different, because that's usually what it is. There are some ladies who think that, like, they can still, like, dress like a hoe when they're in a relationship. And usually guys that are in a relationship, even though it might have caught his attention when he was single, now that he might want to be in a relationship with you, it's now inappropriate because now you're in a relationship and you have to behave differently. So I generally speaking, when she's talking about this, the dressing a certain way part is more of a factor than like your hair.
The discard is the third part of the abuse cycle where they make you lose yourself and then they say, you're not the same person I fell in love with. I don't want to be with you no more.
Damn.
100%.
Yeah. So then you're just sitting there like, I've done everything to make this man happy. I literally changed myself. I changed my personality. Everything that I ever was is different now.
Yeah.
And now he don't want me, but the person that he initially fell in love with is not there anymore.
He wasn't in love with you. He was in lust with you. This is why you don't have sex before marriage. But there are just a lot of women who don't have self-control anymore, and they think that they should be able to behave immorally and still get the results of a moral woman. And generally speaking, it doesn't work that way. When you go out into this world giving out that cat, it gets cold real quick because you deal with a lot of guys that ended up just wanting the cat.
So you start to blame yourself.
You're giving me chills.
Yeah, you start to internalize it like, fuck, I should have stood up for myself. I should have not changed myself. But he kind of made me change myself.
Yeah.
And it's a mind fuck, bro.
It is.
It's really bad.
And don't forget the breadcrumbing. The part where they
Yeah.
love
all
bomb
these-
you, and then what they do
all
is
these
they
words,
take it away,
buzzwords.
and then you're trying to figure out, what
Scrambling.
did I do wrong?
Yes.
Why you loved me so much at first? Did I
Yeah.
fuck up? Did I say something? Did I do something?
That's what your boy did to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucked up. And then what they'll do is they'll breadcrumb, so they'll start giving you love again.
Yep.
Little by little. And then next episode, you're so happy with 20% of love.
Yeah, it's the highs and lows. It's equivalent
Yeah.
to being addicted to heroin. So
Oh,
if-
they say that.
It is. So when they take their love away after maybe like a very passionate moment that you guys had together, right? Let's say you go out to dinner, you go home, you make passionate love, and you're just like your endorphins and everything is just going crazy. And then the next day it's like, all right, what's up, friend? What's going on, friend? What's up, homie?
Damn.
Homie, I'm in love with you. What is happening right
Have you ever heard of a booty call? We used to have like little terms for things like this. These people were called booty calls. It's where you do the thing and then you wait patiently for the guy to call you again because he's there for your booty. It's a booty call. That's what it sounds like to me.
now, you know? So then you get that low and then you feel bad about yourself. And then they'll
Yep.
come back a week later. I miss you. I love you. I'm so sorry. Then you get that high again. So it's like crack, bro. You're like chasing that high until you get to a point where you're just like, you know, man, fuck this shit. I'm done, bro.
do.
Like,
Conveniently at the end of it explaining exactly why at the beginning they were talking about guys and younger women. Oh, it's just because they're stupid. No, it's because they haven't done all of these things and been through all of these guys to the point where they feel like they're done. and they're unwilling to listen to the guy's requests. And so like in these conversations, they always start by saying guys wanting to date younger women, it's because they want to manipulate them because they're dumb. And then they talk about all of their horrible experiences and talk about their jaded opinions of men. And ironically enough, end up explaining exactly why the guys want to date women who have less experience and are less jaded. The younger you are, the least likely you are to have so many experiences, and the least likely you are to be this jaded.
I can't take it anymore. I've tried everything.
Yeah.
And now it's done.
You explain that so beautifully, and honestly,
Wow, that's the best I've ever heard it explained.
And also, it's always beautiful women that go through that. I always know that it's beautiful women, and the man, the way you explain the man being like, why is your hair like that? Or why are you acting so loud?
Yeah.
Like, you knew I was loud.
You was with me when I was loud. You pursued me because I was loud.
Yeah, you liked me. You hit me up because you're like, damn, I like what you saying.
Yeah.
Like, you know all of this, and now the things that make me who I am at my core is what you are bringing down.
Yeah.
And now I'm trying to fit into another mold of maybe the women that you liking on Instagram or this or that, and you making me feel so foul.
No, the crazy shit is...
Speaking.
Girl, the crazy shit is that they will like every bitch's picture in a bikini. But once you post it,
oh, you're a hoe.
You're a disgusting, nasty bitch.
Disgusting.
How dare you?
But
yeah, see, that's like one of those things where like you could work with the guy and tell him you don't like that, and if he continues to do that, you could leave him. But there are a lot of ladies, because they don't want to leave the guy, even though they know he has bad habits. Instead of just dealing with the fact that he's going to have that habit, or instead of leaving, they want to play they want to play tit for tat. And the problem is you already gave up the coochie, so you don't have as much leverage. And so playing tit for tat is just always a lose-lose battle strategy for these types of women. They want to start playing tit for tat. And it's like, ma'am, you already gave up the coochie. Right now, you're fighting to be in this relationship.
Every bitch that's half naked on the Instagram.
Every bitch that's half naked, but if you do it, no.
No, but I just doing what I
But see,
think
now
you
I'm
like.
an asshole. Now I'm an asshole. I'm not gonna lie, I'm an asshole. Now I'm gonna do it more.
Not now.
Now
Oh, you're an asshole. You're
Yeah,
gonna do
so
it
there
more.
you go.
Piss me off.
See,
Now
I'm
you
fucked
single.
up because
Libras.
I'm mentally like, damn, I want to please this person so bad.
No, I'm
So
done with that shit. I used to be like
I used
that,
to be. I'm still like that.
I'm older
still
than you.
like
You'll
that.
get there, babe.
Yeah,
I promise
hope
you.
I do.
You'll get there.
I hope I do, because I'm still like that. I'm like, I did something wrong. Oh my God, I'm beating myself up all day.
Yeah.
Like I'm still overly accountable, overly feeling bad, I'm not in that era of like, fuck you.
You know what's really sad? Once you fully understand psychology,
Oh, brother.
you psychoanalyze everyone. And you can almost see it from a mile away. The reason why I got stuck in a situationship at 42 is because I've never experienced it before. So if I was to be in a situationship before that, I would have saw that from a mile away.
Yeah.
You know, but now
You could see it.
I can see it. Yeah.
But you know what you don't know about a situationship? A man will give you the keys to his house. You'll
Girl.
meet his daughter and be the first woman to ever meet his child. You'll be at Thanksgiving dinner with him, and then he'll be like, well, I don't like to put labels on it.
Yeah, exactly.
I live with you.
Yeah.
Like, what are we? I'm so confused.
Y'all out here, y'all sounded like y'all talking about Klay Thompson.
You're coming in me every night.
Thank
That
you. I
sound
was
like-
pregnant, Mark.
Is that what you talking
Yeah.
about? Is Klay Thompson a narcissist? Because you described everything he did.
Oh, I don't know that
Well,
situation,
you
but
just said
say
he went to the
that.
house, bought the house, everything.
Well, we
then-
don't know their
Well,
situation.
it's giving. It's
I
giving.
swear,
that.
I swear.
So
Y'all can't- don't that sound
It's
like
giving
what
club
Klay
bomber. It's giving.
I
it's
can
giving
see
abuse
that.
cycle.
I can see that. I can
but
see
That's,
that.
that's
we don't
also
know.
Klay
We
is
don't
a-
know,
is a
yeah.
narcissist.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Like, narcissists make up like less than 1% of the population. And if you're only dating narcissists, I think that you're the problem. And it's crazy that so many women will claim to have dated narcissists, and it just validates the point that these women are all dating the same guy. Because if all of y'all are dating narcissists, all of y'all are dating only 1% of the population. So make it make sense. It just doesn't.
I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here
I don't
and
know
say
him
that.
personally.
I don't think
That's
no.
why y'all bought the
But
house.
what I do,
Y'all was
Yeah.
all this was documented.
but we don't know.
Listen, not to be vulgar, but when you're coming inside of a woman and you feel, and a woman feels vulnerable enough to let you do that,
brother.
Speak it.
and she feels like, okay, this is my person. You're telling me that I'm your person, and my body is vulnerable to you, and you find out that there's something else going on,
Ooh.
or it's a fucking nightmare.
It's a
These
nightmare.
men,
Yeah, but the problem is you can't play both sides of the field. You can't claim that sex is just a thing that people can do and it has no meaning. but then also say that after you do it, all of these things have meaning. It just doesn't make any sense. And a lot of people want to play both sides. They want to say that it has no meaning, therefore you should be able to do it before marriage and do it whenever you want. But then once the consequences come and they actually get attached, because most of these women do get attached to some degree after they sleep with a guy. And I think to some degree, most guys get attached in a certain way to women when they sleep with a woman. At the very least, they become a little bit more territorial towards that woman. So people like to try to act like this stuff has no meaning and it's just like any other act. It's just like giving a person a hug. Anybody should be able to do it to anybody. But then on the other side of the coin, they'll try to complain and say like, well, all of these things had meaning to me. Well, it's like, which one is it?
You'll never understand what
Especially coming from somebody like Amber Rose, who have, throughout all of her like time in the public eye, she's like campaigned for it to just be like a meaningless act, right?
feel, because we're in the more vulnerable position, physically and mentally.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, just y'all just gotta like. You guys are making us masculine. We don't want to be masculine. That's why there's a whole wave of women nowadays that are very masculine, where they're like, I get niggas. I get.
They're becoming masculine because they didn't listen to their dads. They were told that the guidance of a man was the patriarchy and they should be able to live however they want and get the results that they want out of life. And then they go out into the world and they live how they want. And they deal with guys who don't actually care about them and they just want them for what they're good. Well, I won't say what they're good for, but what they're giving. And then they become jaded. That's why that happens.
Money, I like, fuck y'all, I'm independent, whatever. This is why women have that attitude.
Yeah.
Because we're not being protected by the leaders of society, which is the men. We're not being protected.
Speak that, Amber. It's a defense mechanism.
It is.
No, because
you can't be protected and do whatever you want at the same time. For something to be able to protect something, you have to have some level of control over it, or you can't protect it. And women don't want to be controlled. They're told what they can and cannot do. They have their own agency. They want to be able to go out and do these things with whoever they want. Therefore, you're going to have the consequences of that. And so, like, you can't complain that guys aren't protecting women when women have campaigned for not wanting to be protected, right? They want to be able to do their own thing. You can't do whatever you want and be protected at the same time.
Oh, because it's true.
It's true.
I'm gonna let y'all live.
No. She's telling some real shit. Because what it is a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
It is. Like when a woman starts to be like, well, all right, like, do you want to be over? Do you want me to be done? It's because it's like, I feel like you're going to say that to me. Like, we just want to be protected. We want to feel like soft. And like, when we start to be like, whatever, I don't need it, because I'm big on like, I need a man. I'm not a feminist.
Yeah, me
I don't
either.
believe in equality.
Used
And
to
I
be.
don't want to be equal to these niggas.
Yeah.
I want my man to be superior to me.
I want to live in a patriarchy where I feel safe.
Me too.
That men
Me
are
too.
making sure that we're okay.
Me too.
Yeah, conveniently enough, after you already gave it up a gazillion times and got kids and all these other things, right? Now you want to be protected, right?
Straight up.
I need a man, and I need you to take care of me, and I need to be protected.
Yeah,
okay, I'm a
same.
damsel in distress. And honestly, you have to understand I'm emotional. I PMS.
Yeah.
I have a lot. Like, our chemistry hormonally is not built for us to be sane.
Yeah.
We're not sane women. Like, we're emotional. We're on a roller coaster every month.
If we're ever cursing you out or having an attitude or having masculine energy, it's your fault. I'm just being honest.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
See
Amber.
how that works?
Let me ask y'all something. Can a woman be a narcissist? Because I've
Yes,
never heard
yes.
of a woman.
They can. They
Yes.
can.
I feel like all women do that. They give you the love, pull it back.
No, a lot do. I agree with you. A
like,
lot do.
A lot of women,
especially-
though, so they like half the society of women do that.
No, I agree with you. You're
Like,
not
so what are
wrong.
you talking
They
about?
do. They're listen. I used
Oh, but
to
of course, that's only because the patriarchy makes them that way. It's not because women can have bad character too and have character flaws or have their own wants and needs. It's because of the patriarchy makes them that way.
be a feminist. I used to be
Man.
retarded. I will tell you right now that,
Based.
Paul, you are
That's
absolutely
based.
right.
I'm telling you,
100%.
It is
that-
literally 50-50 on both sides.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that sounds like a lot of girls.
Like,
Like
are saying that.
these women
Yeah.
are really fucked up out here.
Fucked
And they
up.
ruin it for lover girls like us. They ruin it for
Yeah,
us.
they do.
Lover
Because
girls. Lover girls like us, Amber Rose. Holy moly.
They come in.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
No, say it, Amber. You say it. You say it. You say it. You say it. Great. Say it.
Because we come in with lover girl energy, and these men are so traumatized from these narcissistic ass bitches that
That's
they're
what
like,
I'm saying.
oh my God, this bitch is love bombing me too. And we're like, no, we actually really want to love you.
Right,
And they don't believe you.
right.
They don't believe
They
us.
test you every
Right.
fucking
That's
second.
what I'm saying.
You're
do.
going through every test. A man's like, you don't really love me. You don't really want me.
You're
You don't
cheating.
really
You're
want
doing
this.
this.
You're
You're
cheating.
doing-
You was
Yeah.
fucking this nigga. You was doing this.
Yep.
And it hurts our soul.
Yeah.
Because I'm out here putting my
So-
whole motherfucking heart on my sleeve.
So
We're all equally
my God.
so what you
traumatized.
saying that a man
From premarital sex. That's
comes
why.
in traumatized from a woman,
Yes.
Yes.
a woman narcissist,
Yes.
that he becomes a narcissist
Yes.
and just passes it on.
No.
No, that's not what
Like,
it is.
because I'm just saying,
No,
like,
I'm
You
saying
want to
that-
make the blame
traumatized.
all be about a woman, though you can't. A man narcissist is just a man narcissist. A woman
Yeah.
narcissist is just a woman narcissist.
Okay.
You're projecting what the woman, like we project what the man did to
Okay.
us.
So no matter
or to
how
me,
many
and to
times
her.
we get hurt, we're never going to be narcissists to the next man. We're not going to do that. We might be a bit guarded, but we're never going to turn into narcissists.
Yeah.
So 50% of the women are narcissists, 50% of the men, and they ruin it for the good people that just
do.
want love.
Right.
And then you do have trauma. Because even me, I could have been in my
Everybody will say everything but like the thing, and it's just like premarital sex. 50% of the women want premarital sex, 50% of the men want premarital sex. There are only a few people that actually want a serious relationship, and because you end up dealing with some of these people, you have issues. Like they're putting narcissist on this word because they don't want to admit that it's all about the fact that people want to have premarital sex and how much how damaging that is to the fabric of society, to social trust. It can be very damaging, and this is the consequence of it. Like I've spent a lot of time in Kenya, and this is a place where there are less premarital situations, right? And you'll find that the social dynamic between men and women is totally different. There's way less animosity when you're meeting people because having premarital situations isn't really even an expectation. So if you're a guy and you're approaching women or you're talking to women, they're not meeting you with animosity because there's not this looming idea that he's out to get something from you. So there's just less animosity between the two genders, and I've noticed that. Of course, as Kenya is becoming more developed, you see the ideas of feminism coming more into play, and every time I go, the skirts are getting shorter. There's more, babies out of wedlock and all these different things as feminism is being introduced because the society is becoming safer and more established. But I must say, like when I was going there, say 6 or 7 years ago, the dynamic between men and women was very different because there was not this looming threat or expectation of a premarital situation, right? And so even when you're out, everybody's there to have a good time. The women are more inviting when you approach. And because the guys have dealt with less like blatant disrespect when they just go and spark up a conversation, the guys are more willing to approach. So organic relationships can actually happen in these environments. But when people have this animosity because they've dealt with these premarital situations and like you're dealing with each other socially, it's just a recipe for disaster. Like this stuff really does tear apart like social trust.
Shit where it's like sometimes something happens and it's like, the triggers from my past is like, oh my God, this person doesn't love me, or they're gonna leave me, or they're gonna hurt me, or they're gonna do this because I did this. You know, like you hurt from it. And when you are a good person, it really does hurt when someone is projecting that onto you. And I've done it to others, you know, because you're hurt.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be honest here. I can only like have so much of the therapy talk before my brain falls out. So I'm just gonna end it here. They're kind of just rambling, doing like lady talk where everything's like a therapy session, but really it's just because they've decided to have sex out of wedlock, and so it's hard for them to get a commitment because the guys know that they've had sex out of wedlock and they want to use them for sex.